That, did you just feel that? When the lights went out, the curtain moved, the sound began to play. Was there a moment of, whoa, what is going on here? That is an unexpected, exciting experience. And that is what people pay us to make happen. They come to our venues for entertainment, concerts, conferences, and sporting events. And they want to experience something that gives them a feeling, that gives them a memory. So I figured we'd open this meeting with a little bit of a bang. You know, I could have come out here and just used house lights, but with a room as beautiful as this, figured we'd start the show off with a little bit of showbiz. I'm sure, well, I hope most of you know me. I'm Marty Brooks, and I'm President and CEO of the Wisconsin Center District. And it's been my distinct pleasure for the past year to lead our organization. We are a diverse, wide-ranging group of people, and we all do our part so that our guests and our clients experience a little something when they come and visit our facilities. During the course of today's meeting, there are a lot of things that I'm going to share with you, but that feeling that you just experienced, if nothing else, is what I want you to remember. To create great experiences, to make our guests feel welcome, we all work together. Front of house, back of house, sales, marketing, administrative staff, senior leaders, part-time event staff in Visit Milwaukee, Levy Restaurants, and CTI. We all work together. And me, as the guy in charge, I get to chart the course to lead us in a direction where we can be the most successful. Now I'm going to talk about where we are, where we're going, share some of our plans, and invite you to come up with more. But let's start at the beginning. The organizational chart would say that I'm the boss and you all work for me. But that's absolute bullshit. I believe that every day my job is to come in and do whatever it takes to set you up for success. I work for you. Let me say that again. I work for you. Because I know that if you have the tools and the inspiration you need, we're going to be the finest set of venues around. So we did something that isn't done a lot in business. We asked a bunch of questions, and then we shut up. Yep, we zipped our lips. Do you remember the employee engagement survey that was issued in November? Well, we hired an outside firm to conduct a survey so we could get your thoughts and opinions on the workplace and the performance of our organization. We went outside of the organization and, quite frankly, outside of my comfort zone so that you would know that the survey was anonymous. So what are we going to use this for? I mean, are we really going to use this feedback from the team members to change what we're doing? Absolutely. Every survey was reviewed and themes started to emerge. The surveys gave us clear feedback and brilliant markers to help us move forward. Some of the news was good. Some of the news was not so encouraging and not so good. So I'd like to share some of what we learned. Senior management and employees trust each other. 69% responded that they do not think we trust one another. This is quite concerning and something that we will be working on. Communication between senior management and employees is good in my organization. 58% of us responded, the communication is not so good. Yet another area that needs attention. I learned about planned changes in the organization that matter to me before they happen. 70% do not agree that they learn about changes before they happen. Seeing a pattern of things that are not very encouraging, but information we need to know and we need to act upon. I believe the WCD provides superb captivating and buzzworthy experiences for our customers. 72% agree and strongly agree. Now we're getting some encouraging feedback. The culture at WCD is better today than it was a year ago. 64% agree the culture is better today, while 27% see no change from a year ago. We reviewed these and all of the findings and then said, okay, how do we use this information to improve our team, to enjoy their jobs, and serve our guests? 3 big picture groups emerged: work environment, communication, and leadership. Makes sense, right? Like we had to go out and spend a lot of money to get a group together to say, well, we need you to keep you in the loop, we need you to make it fun when you come to work, and then we need to tell you where we're headed. Well, apparently we did, because we weren't doing such a good job beforehand. With this feedback, we're now ready to act on these issues. The work environment. We're going to provide you with clear expectations of what a good job looks like, so you know what you need to do and how you can earn recognition, receive a pay increase, and get a promotion. There will be guidelines for how we speak about our venues and how we speak with our customers, all the way down to standardized email signatures, presentation templates, phone scripts, and more. We're developing an employee recognition program so managers can immediately recognize great performances, and a bigger program to salute ongoing outstanding service. Getting a jump on things even before we issued the survey, we updated the guest services uniform and retired the sport jacket after a long and storied career. One of the first things I heard, get rid of the sport jackets. We're now providing a meal between events in the arena for those event staff working a double. And we reached an agreement with a local parking company to provide event staff with WCD paid parking on event days. That was a big one. I've never been able to get that done before. Communication. We will be having regular town hall meetings where employees and supervisors can review what's happening in each department and get on the same page about upcoming events and needs in our business. There will be an exclusive employee page on all of our websites with information that you need about the organization and upcoming events that we expect to have up and running by the early part of May. And we're currently assessing our event notes to make sure they are providing you with the tools and information you need to be able to answer any question that's presented to you by our guests. Lastly, leadership. You need to know where we're headed. After every meeting with the WCD Board of Directors, who are my bosses, I'm going to share my CEO's report notes with you and any relevant updates and information that affects us that comes up during those meetings. We will be having an all-employee annual meeting where I can give a state of the state kind of summary of how the year went, and then a look to the next year. There must be leadership at every level. The supervisors of each department are going to be charged with understanding what needs to be done today, this week, this month, to help us all accomplish our goals. I will demand that they're looking forward and helping plan the work that needs to get done so we can operate on time and on schedule. Planning and vision is critically important to our success. These steps are just a few of the many items we have planned that are immediately tangible actions that we can take at the Wisconsin Center District to make us the premier group of venues in the Midwest. If I tried to outline everything we had in mind, we'd be here until 7 o'clock. So trust me, we have a lot of action on the docket, and we're moving forward fast. With fresh feedback, we will work to engage you and your colleagues to take action. But what kind of action? I mean, should we ask you to show up to work, not be a jerk to your coworkers and clients, and then go home? Well, that's not the kind of organization I want to be a part of, nor should you. I want to know that my work is building something bigger, helping to do amazing things to better the community, enhance our reputation around the country, and to make Milwaukee a not-to-be-missed destination. Now, this is where I'm going to share my ask of you. We're taking the actions I've described, and now it's time for you to act. In the business world, they call this the CEO's vision, which is a snappy two-sentence summary of how the organization will behave and make decisions moving forward. Here's my vision for the WCD. For the WCD venues to be recognized for providing superb, captivating, and buzzworthy experiences. By thinking unconventionally and taking strategic risks, those charged with bringing this vision to life can stand tall about their role in transforming the city they love into a not-to-be-missed destination. It's a lot of sparkly words that can be boiled down to 3 phrases and 3 requests that will turn into a measuring stick of our daily activities. These requests apply to everyone, from those helping to set up an event, housekeeping, administration, Levy, CTI, the box office, and our interaction with Visit Milwaukee. These 3 phrases will serve to define us and our style of service. The first is to be bold. Be bold? What does that mean, be bold? What I mean is the time for us to sit back and wait for greatness is over. Did you hear that? The time for us to sit back and wait for greatness is over. We as a group, starting today, are going to chart our own course to build these venues and do amazing things. Being bold means using your skills, talents, and passions in your work. Not just checking the box or doing what was done yesterday or the day before that. There's a part of your job that you love. Embrace it and be bold every day to do outstanding work. Is Louise Miner here from housekeeping? Louise Miner? Louise, could you stand up for a minute? Louise Miner. Early in the day of the Michelle Obama visit, full-time housekeeper Louise Miner went above and beyond her job. Louise was called to assist Jeremy Ott, who was in a second-floor dressing room. One of the canine units that was performing a security sweep of the building had had an accident on the carpet. Now, just for clarification, the canine member that had the accident was the dog, not the handler. That was the laugh part. Good, thank you. You're still listening. Louise was not immediately available to come help because the security sweep was still going on. As soon as she was cleared by Secret Service, she came to the location and cleaned up the mess. About 20 minutes later, our friendly canine, again the dog, decided he was not finished doing his business. This time he defecated. To make a bad situation worse, an officer stepped in the mess and walked across the carpet. Again, Louise was contacted and immediately came to the new accident without complaint or hesitation. She cleaned up the dog mess and the carpet. She put her skills and commitment to do the job, whatever it may require, to the best of her ability, without hesitation. She made her mark by cleaning up the dog's mark. Great job. The second request is to be proud. Being proud of our venues and organization means inviting family and friends to experience our events. Being proud means not settling to the minimum standard or settling for the way things have always been done. Being proud can be as simple as not walking by a piece of trash, which somebody already picked up. Phenomenal, thank you. You were proud before I even said anything about it. We can all be proud, and we have to be proud every day because our guests and colleagues deserve it. Is Mary Van Felder here from guest services? Mary? Mary, could you stand up? Just, I can't see you. Come up here, Mary. You've got to go to the teleprompter because I can't remember all this shit. So Mary Von Felder here is an example of being proud. She works as a floor supervisor with guest services. She is a shining example of being proud to work at the WCD. She tells her friends and family how much she loves working here. She comes to work and tells everyone the impact working here has had on her. Her positive attitude and pride in the company is easy to see and hear. She talks up the staff by telling them how what we do is so cool and how proud they should be for doing it here. She does everything she can to make our clients and our guests happy and feel welcomed here. You are an all-star. Thank you. The last request is to be experience obsessed. Remember the lights shutting off? Remember that feeling of excitement? What have you done today, this week, this month, to ensure a guest has had a great experience? Did you walk a guest around the corner, down the hall to the restroom? Or did you point, it's down there, make a right, you see the sign with the guy, that's where you go? Did you email back to a coworker? Or did you go down to their office, see if you were both on the same page, making sure you could get through the information faster? Did you report a problem to your supervisor, or did you fix it? Did you see an unhappy family in the balcony and walk by, or did you stop, find out what it was, and do the best you could to help them? Is View Chang from the box office here? Is View here? I'll tell the story anyway. A couple came to View Chang's box office window to get their tickets reprinted for an event. It was discovered that the tickets they had purchased came through a third party, not through Ticketmaster, and therefore View was not able to look at their account. The customers, like me, were technologically challenged, did not realize they had purchased the tickets through a third party, did not know how to view their account, did not know how to download the app to print their tickets, did not know how to reset their password for the third-party site because they didn't know they'd even gone to a third-party site. And then to make matters even worse, they couldn't connect their phone to the internet. View spent an exceptional amount of time assisting with every one of these steps and was ultimately successful in having the tickets pulled up on their phone. And this couple was able to get into the event instead of us having to send them home. Be bold, be proud, be experience obsessed. These three actions are my charge and challenge to you. Earlier when I said I work for you, it's because we all work for our guests and our clients. This is how I expect you to do it. Be bold, be proud, be experience obsessed. You'll see and hear these expectations moving forward. It's the new standard of how we will do our jobs. It's what will separate us from our competition and will make guests want to come back to a hockey game at the UWM Panther Arena, a concert at the Miller High Life Theater, a meeting, convention, or public event, or dinner at the Wisconsin Center. These are lofty expectations, and if you think you've got it bad, would the senior leadership please stand? I don't know if you can put up any house lights so we can get a better sense of the group. I'd just like to introduce, if you could wave. You know what? This is not going to work. MJ Gilfillan is our Vice President of Human Resources. Donna Rabowski, Box Office Manager. Mike Jakubowski, Director of Video Production. Doug Johnson, Vice President of Entertainment and Sports. Sarah Mayo, Vice President of Marketing and Communication. Steve Marsh, Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer. Tom Nicholson, Vice President of Event Operations. Jeremy Ott, Director of Public Safety, Guest Services. Bob Seefeld, Vice President of Facilities. Megan Setman, Vice President of Sales. Steve Totsky, Director of Information Systems. If you think these expectations are going to be tough on you, these people, this team is going to be held to a higher standard. You may sit down now. Thank you very much. Every day I'm going to ask and expect that they are bold, proud, and experienced, obsessed about their jobs, so they are leading you towards the same outcome. As I've said, we are a very diverse organization. It's a special group of people, all working in iconic, legendary buildings. We bring in Hall of Fame performers and massive events. Millions of guests have come through our doors. And sooner than any of us can appreciate, the largest convention of 2020 will be coming to Milwaukee next summer, as 50,000 people from around the world converge on our city for the Democratic National Convention, in large part due to the efforts of Visit Milwaukee. Thank you, Paul, and your staff. But it all comes down to this. Every single day, we have a choice. We can make this just a place to work, or we can make this place magic. That's it. That's about it for my prepared remarks. My charge to you is to join me to make these venues special. One last story. When I first joined the WCD, I spent the first 3 months out of the office more than in the office. I went around meeting with board members, clients, vendors, city politicians, people who used to do business with us, people who did do business with us, partners like Visit Milwaukee, Westtown, Bid 21, and our competitors. The purpose of these meetings was to find out why people did business, why people didn't do business with us, and what people thought of us as an organization and as a group of people. One individual that I was meeting with said that his staff felt that the WCD's mantra or mindset was, we're not happy unless you're unhappy. I'd never heard anything like that before, so I asked him to repeat it again. And he said, again, we think the mindset of the staff of the WCD is, we're not happy unless you are unhappy. I was devastated, came back, let off some steam to a number of the people in this room. But I wasn't mad that he said it. I was glad that he shared it with me, because it was a strong indicator, right or wrong, what people's impression was of us. Fast forward a year. I see the same individual last week. Comes up to me, we're at a function, and he said, Marty, I was at the Michelle Obama event with my wife last week, and I was looking for you, but I guess you were busy and couldn't find you. I got to tell you, I had the most incredible experience in the Miller High Life Theater. I waited in line for 10 minutes at security. The security people could not have been friendlier. I came and got my ticket scanned. The people scanning my ticket could not have been any nicer. They smiled. They welcomed me for being here. On the way out, people said, thanks for coming. Drive home safely. Glad you came. Hope you had a nice time. Marty, I've talked to my staff. I don't know if you remember what I said to you last year, but let me tell you this. My staff and I truly believe the mindset of the Wisconsin Center District staff is, we're not happy unless you're happy. Knock me over. Those of you who know me well know I'm a pretty emotional and physical guy. Not physical like this, physical like this. I hugged him. I kissed him on the cheek. I said, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. And thank all of you for the impact you made 2 weeks ago, last week, yesterday, and you will in the future. Once again, and not for the last time, but for the last time now, this is my vision statement. For WCD venues to be recognized for providing superb, captivating, and buzzworthy experiences. By thinking unconventionally and taking strategic risks, those charged with bringing this vision to life, and that's all of us, can stand tall in our role about transforming the city we love into a not-to-be-missed destination. Please join me in the rotunda for some light refreshments. Thank you for coming today, and be bold, be proud, be experienced obsessed, be PX. Thank you all.